Yeah. Hello everyone once again. In the previous video, in video number 2.8, we have added one question in DC circuits. So now I will add one more question, probably maybe in some other section. Okay. So let's do that. So again, if you are directly jumping to this video, you may not follow what we are doing here because there is this long list of videos we have been doing, and this is one among the playlist. The objective is to create customized exam paper, and we are now adding questions uh, to our exam. Okay. So let's open our demo question paper. So in this we had eight questions, right? Which are all of the same. So let's now, since this is again one more circuit diagrams, I like adding more circuit diagrams to the question. So let's get this question, and we will parameterize this question, and we will introduce the question into our parametric question paper. Okay. So what do I have to do? First, I have to get the code of this. Okay. So just again, this is a review. Okay. So for you. So where does the code exist? I have to go to the latex source of that. So I'll simply open with TextWorks. Meanwhile, the old files. Let me close the old files and okay. So I delete the old files. Now let me go to the main text. So under the AC circuits, this was the question. For the circuit shown below, find the value of I in polar form. So this was the question. So I copy the entire question, copy, and then that's it. I go into question bank, and then I create a new text document, and then let's call it ACI.tex. So I'm calling it as ACI.tex. I want to open it with Notepad, and then I paste the question here. Okay, and now I have to parameterize this question. So, what are the things to be parameterized? So, let's say I'll keep the voltage as 100 volts only. Uh, See, because everything need not be parameterized. We can just to bring the variability in the questions to students. So resistance I will change, reactance, inductance I will change, and capacitance I will change. That's it. So in the place of 15, let's introduce a parameter dash dash r dash dash. In the place of L, let's introduce a parameter dash dash L dash dash, and in the place of 80, dash dash C dash dash. R, L, C are my parameters. And this voltage I'll keep 100 just for sake of simplicity. So I save it. That's it. My text file is ready. Now I need to create a JSON object. So again, a new document. So the file name has to be same, ACI.json for the parameters. So okay, this you need to be careful because we have written code such that the file name is same. Okay, so open with Notepad. Now, what are the parameters? So first JSON object, flower brackets, and the first element is parameters. And what are the parameters we are using? R, L. By the way, the order is not important because one by one anyway it will replace all these things. Then values. Now, in order to generate the values, I will utilize my. Uh, I have to introduce values here. I will utilize that Excel sheet. So where was my Excel sheet? Yes. So here is the Excel sheet. So I duplicate this. Let's call it ACI. And then how these parameters are coming, we already used the rand between formula, everything I have already explained in the earlier videos of this series. So I hope you are following all these things. So what are the parameters? R, L and C. Okay, so let me increase the magnification so you can see properly. R, L and C. Now R value in the question it is 15 ohms. So let's keep the minimum as 12 and maximum as or minimum as 10 and maximum as 20 and the step size of 2. So then I will be getting the values like this 14, 20, 18, 16, whatever. And then the inductance value, it is 0.1 to 0.3 in the steps of zero point 0.2 again. So I'm sorry, 0.02. Okay, so I'm getting 0.16, zero point 0.2, 0.24, 0.26. So these are all randomly generated values for the inductance. Okay, so here 0.16 Henry is there. So I have started with minimum of zero point 0.1, maximum of zero point 0.3. Similarly for capacitance, I'll start with 60 and end with 120 and with step size of 10. So then I get 90, 100, 70, 80, whatever as the capacitance values. So now I have all these three values. So let's take all these values. So by the way, I think I can do one thing here. I'll just keep comma here directly, and then if I copy with comma, then that will avoid one more additional step in at the notepad level. Okay, so parameters are copied. Go to the JSON object, paste it. Then I have to just see, replace it with square bracket, replace all. Then replace all the tabs with comma, replace all. Sorry, something I just did undo, replace with comma, replace all. So just one final thing I need to remember, to just remove this comma at the end because, oh, by the way, this comma also has to be removed. Okay. So then, okay, so I think you can understand what I'm trying to do. So hopefully now everything is correct. So I just save this file. That's it. So the JSON object is ready and the question object is ready. Now I have 6 files in this, 3 text files and 3 JSON objects. Okay, so ACI is the question. So I just go to my sections and then go to DC circuits, copy one of the files and then put it back into AC circuits this thing and then edit. So let's give some random concept ID and then what was this question about? Calculate I in RLC circuit. And here ACI was the question. So now I will close this. So I have registered the question in that JSON object and simply now let's create 3 exams and then execute the code. Then it will create the 3 exams. Sorry. So one exam already created, another exam just now got created, and finally third exam also just now got created. So let's see if I open this file. Then under DC circuits, there are 2 questions. and under AC circuits there is a third question. Okay, so now everything is again back to what is expected. So here the values which are there is 14 ohms, 0.24 henries and 100 microfarads. So different values will be coming in different papers. So let's try one more exam paper. So here 12 ohms, 0.18 Henry and 100 microfarads. So like this. So if I want, I could have changed the voltage also, but in this case I did not. So this is the question. So this video will stop here. Now I will take up the question of how to solve these questions and how to generate the answers also. Okay, so that I will take up in the next video. Until that, see you in the next video. Thank you.